Good evening. This is David Lynn, back with another issue of Coffee Talk, number 245. And welcome. Please leave a like to support the channel, it would be greatly appreciated. Hello, Bud Files. Welcome. Please leave a like to support the channel. Uncle Al, Thy Bullfrog 79. Welcome. Thank you for your like, Uncle Al. KP Heathen, welcome. Appreciate y'all being here. I am drinking Taster's Choice. Good coffee. 12 ounces. I put 2 packets of the Taster's Choice in with French vanilla creamer. Excellent. Excellent coffee. So I had a busy afternoon. I've got people coming over tomorrow to replace wood around my garage doors. And they're going to take out the old wood. The lower part has wood rot. And they're going to replace it with pressure treated. And I went to go buy materials today, this afternoon. I'm not in shape for that. That stuff is heavy, especially pressure treated wood, you know, 2x6s and all. That stuff is heavy. But I got it done. I did get it done. It'll be over 8 o'clock in the morning to take care of that. Hope everybody hit. And it was a hot day. It was in the 90s today again. Humid in the 90s. Melinda Elliott, welcome. I'm having some Nescafe with French vanilla creamer. Good stuff. Oh, Lord have mercy. 3 in the house. I just released video and I put it together, a short of my dinner, which was a real nice salad from HEB. Had a real nice salad with Italian vinaigrette dressing, crackers, and I had a lemonade with it. Take a bottle, cold bottle, a half-liter water, and I put a packet of the lemonade mix in it. Very good. Salads are good for you. You should eat as much salad as you can. Oatmeal, you know, those kind of things are very good for you. And it had cheese, and it had turkey, and it had all sorts of little good stuff with it. So yesterday, I had equipment issues again. When you gonna get your new equipment going, David? I will. I will. Um, so I had a part one, I had a part two. And looking at my statistics on part two, 103 views for my live stream. Yeah, very hot, Uncle Al. I'm sure, very hot. It was humid here, but it was hot. It always feels hotter when it's humid. Always feel hotter when it's humid. And I tell you what, I went into a Harbor Freight, and my wife wanted another 5-gallon gas can, so I went in Harbor Freight and I bought a 5-gallon gas can, and I also bought a container or bottle of chainsaw lube for oil for a chainsaw to lubricate it. And I shot some footage of solar. Harbor Freight sells solar. A lot of people, when they get started with solar, they'll buy Harbor Freight. It's not that expensive, and it's easy to get started with Harbor Freight solar. And I got started with Harbor Freight solar back years back. A few of the folks that follow me were communicating about, well, I got Harbor Freight for my van, and I got blah 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 blah, and wait until next week. Oh, I'm sure it'll be hotter next week. Our hottest month is August. I mean, we're just getting into summer. Our hottest month is August here where I'm at. So anyway, that short that I dropped this morning had 14 views so far. And I thought, God almighty. Hillbilly Josh, welcome. A heat bubble. Oh, wonderful. Wonderful. That would be just wonderful. Menang Sarin TV, welcome. So, I'll wind up having a couple of guys come over in the morning. They're going to be here at 8. And they're going to take out... God darn it, why does this thing keep moving? They're going to take out the... my wife borrowed my ring light. Trying to get it positioned. They're going to come over at 8 and they're going to take out the old wood, and then they're going to cut and piece in the new stuff, which is just another thing on my list of what I want to get done this summer. Hadn't started taking down the tree yet. I went and got some chainsaw oil, for lubricate the chain and all that sort of stuff, the action. But I hadn't the guy that was supposed to come over today to do that didn't come over. That's one of the things about help. Good help is hard to find. Sometimes good help is hard to find. But the painting is pretty much done, except for we're gonna have to do the after the woodwork gets replaced, we're gonna have to prime it, probably caulk it, prime it, and paint it. And that's low enough down. If I have to, I'll do it myself. You know, I don't like want. I'm getting older and I don't want to mess around with ladders. I don't want to get up on the roof. I don't want to mess around with ladders. I don't want to, you know, I don't want to mess around with that kind of stuff. Joseph Moore, good evening, Mr. Moore. Four in the house. Scully Pop. Welcome, Scully Pop. Thank you for coming in. So, whoa. Moved again, I'm sorry. My ring light is haunted. The mount is haunted. It keeps self-adjusting. It keeps self-adjusting on me. Dagnabbit. What was that line in the movie 52 Pickup? We're operating on a budget. Oh, Lord have mercy. So 13.1K views. Watch time 514. That they fluctuate. It fluctuates. It's like the climate fluctuates. The climate is constantly changing. You can't have climate change. Can't have climate change. Since there's been a climate, it's been changing. That's the thing about climates, they change. It's like the seasons. Seasons change. The cycle. Finn Han, welcome. I'm sharing out Finn Han. Finn Han is a recent creator, has 5 videos. Not that many subscribers. But welcome to my channel. And I linked you so anybody who would like to can connect. And again, I am drinking coffee. Taster's Choice. Good stuff. With French vanilla creamer. So all of you have the ability to go to his channel because you got blue wrenches. So as I was saying, my last live, and it was wound up being a 2-parter. So part 2 of my last live had 103 views. My last short, and I'm not talking about the one of Harbor Freight that has like 14 views, had 429 views. My last video, which is the giveaway for Hillbilly Josh, and he has a short up where he showed what I had laid out, what I had sent him. If you'd like to watch, look at that short, he's got it all laid out for you. Hillbilly Josh giveaway is 55 views. Please leave a like to support the channel. It will be greatly appreciated. And I appreciate all the support I'm getting right now, and I am trying to give back. I will be running another playlist, and I'll be giving playtime to a number of my friends this evening who are live streaming or doing longer videos. I don't run short stuff on a playlist. If I go to your channel, I'll watch that stuff, and then oftentimes I'll click that little button that says it was 2 minutes and 22 seconds when I watched that whole thing. It was 2 minutes 22, whatever. But I always leave a like. I always leave a supportive comment. I don't know why people are so cheap with their likes. I go to channels that will have 150 or 200 views on a video or a live stream or some such, and they'll only have a handful of likes. And it's like people are really, really tight with their likes. They don't think about their likes. I train myself. The first thing I do is I leave a like. It's the first thing I do. So, one of the things you talk about prepping and being prepared and such, you can buy, and they're very small and they unfold and they're waterproof, how to survive almost anything. Inside you'll find 101 illustrations, 67 life-saving skills, 175 expert tips, 27 gears checklists, and 10 killer mistakes. And this comes in a little plastic. And then it's got a magnifier or a little, you can use that to send a little, flash code type thing. Ultimate survival tips. Tiny, everyday carry wallet size, tiny survival guide. A life insurance policy in your pocket. Disaster, emergency, wilderness, urban, survival. And it's double-sided. So, how to use this guide. Warning, danger zone. Are you in danger? Survival first steps. Lost, hurt, in a crisis. Rescue the goal. Bug out or stay home. Before you go. First aid prevention. Injury prevention and care. Shelter. Fire, water. Food, intro, hunting, food trapping, fishing, food foraging, navigation, self-defense, desert, Arctic, tropics, resources, worst case threats, knots. It's got lots of topics, and it folds up. And got a little plastic pouch that stores in. And that's something that you can put in your carry bag, in your pocket. That'd be something to carry in your pocket if you were going, if all you had were pockets. It's a good thing. I haven't been paying attention. Ed's Dance and Food, welcome. That would be Jules of Gina. Welcome. Yoda, my friend Dave. Welcome, Dave. Yoda. Bloody thing went out on me again. That's why it's saying it's been plugged into the charger the full time. It was showing a 100% charge, and now it's showing it's out. So definitely, this thing's going into the trash as soon as I can get the other one up and running. So, I've been going through lists of stuff, and I've been showing items that I have and things that you should have as far as preps are concerned for emergencies. If there's if there's a storm, what should you have? I show that. My mentor, not mentioning names, has been on me about changing things up. Don't show the same thing over and over. Don't go over the same thing over and over. Try to have some newer stuff. So I would ask, what would you have me do? What would you have me talk about different than what I talk about? We do have new people coming in. They come in for a visit. And they do get nervous habit picking my finger. They do get to see the stuff that I'm going through and the stuff I'm going over. Now, I try to do my unboxings when I have stuff, like I've got stuff on order right now that should be coming in, and I try to show it. I am behind truly unboxing and doing videos on my power stations. I got 2 new larger power stations, one of which is not even out of the box. My wife used the Pecron for the camping trip, several day camping trip. Used it with the Bouge RV refrigerator. I'm going to be buying another Bouge RV refrigerator, and I'm planning on buying one of their top of the line series, the ones that are metal. The metal ones. They call it the Rocky. It's a Rocky series, I guess, I don't know. And I'm planning on buying one of those. I don't know the size of what I'm going to buy. I'm thinking about buying the big one. If I buy the big one, it's probably going to be about $750. And it's like an 85 quart, which would be quite large. And it would allow me to have quite a bit in it. But honestly, when you're camping, or when you're in a situation where you basically want cold water, you want cold beverages. If you have cheese, you want to keep your cheese cold. You want to be able to keep your eggs refrigerated. Like luncheon meats and various things, you need to keep that refrigerated. I really would not be using the freezer section because, like, well, yeah, okay, ice cream. But when you're camping and such, I'm not worried about ice cream. I'm just worried about cold beverages. So I don't know. The 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 refrigerator freezer that I have is a 37 quart. Seems to be just, or liter. Seems to be just fine. It's on wheels. It's got a handle that pulls out, so you basically haul it around. It's very easy to move around. It does get heavy if it's full. You know, if you've got it and it's full, it does get heavy. As I said before, I'm drinking coffee. And Dave, I ordered a pack, be 84 sticks of that coffee I sent you. 3 weeks to get it in. Normally I order stuff on Amazon. It takes 2 days to get it in. 2-3 days. 2-3 days. Sometimes the next day I get it. But 3 weeks. 3 weeks to get the coffee in. Supposedly now I'm going to get it tomorrow. I got an email from them. Supposedly I'm going to get it tomorrow. That's that dark roast. I can't get it here locally. I have to order it. Little Lone Prepper, welcome, Little Lone Prepper. I don't know what to tell you. I do not know what to tell you. So, the tornadoes that we've been having. We had a lot of tornadoes this last month. And I was reading an article, it said $4.7 billion worth of damages. $4.7 billion worth of damages. 165 tornadoes between May the 6th and 9th. Can you believe that? 165 tornadoes. Joshua Humphrey. Is there anybody in the stream right now that can interpret what that means? You still there, Dave? Are you lurking? What is your thoughts on this last... I don't even know what to tell you. I was watching Gina on her live stream, and she was saying that her school starts in July the 29th. My school Why, thank you. Thank you, Dave. There are 2 channels that have full user rights. I mean, not just standard moderator, but full access. Dave's one of them. That's how much I trust my friend Dave. Um, we go back. Well, we go back about a week before school starts, and the second week in August. We go back the second week in August. So you'll be, you guys will be a couple weeks ahead of us as far as, um, depending on when you actually start school. Yours open August the 9th. Yeah. I would have to check my calendar. I'm not even going to look at it till the end of July. But I know it's like the second week. I go back the second week in August. Yeah, July the 29th. I knew that was July 29th, Gina, because I was watching your live stream and I made note of that. Michaela Messick, thank you for coming in, Michaela. So Uncle Lau is a major league advocate for really an extensive food supply. He recommends that a person have a 2-year food supply. Alan Williamson, good evening, sir. I don't understand. Um, I've been looking at my shorts, and I've been looking back at my shorts. And if I do food shorts, they will get over 400 views. I mean, in a period of 24 hours or less, I'll have over 400 views on a food short. But when I do other stuff, or I do stuff that I would consider to be prepper related, preparedness related, like the one on the Harbor Freight Solar. And I just basically went over to the section where they have the solar, and I basically just scanned it, showing the prices of the various items that they have, batteries, solar controllers, the different panels that they have. And 14 views. I've already released my salad, which I had for dinner. I released a short on that one. Um, that's good. I have 8 solar panels on my patio roof. Belinda's Country Living, welcome, young lady. And I don't understand it. I have not been doing community wall posts recently. I really haven't been doing many community wall. When I've been doing community wall posts, I've basically been posting images of items that you should have, that I have, the pricing on them. My philosophy is to, shop, watch for price breaks, clearance, and such. And when you can get something on sale, buy it. My Bouge RV 37 quart. I mean, I got it when it was on sale for like $249, and that's with wheels and a pull-out handle, so dual zone. And right now, those things are going for over $400. And I mean, they do periodically mark them down. But the idea is when you can get something on sale, I got 200K views on a random game from Chuck E. Cheese. And then the next one I got 10. Yeah, well, congratulations on that 200K. The most views I've ever had on a short is about 1,800. It's the most I've ever had in a short. The most views I've ever had in a video, I've got one that's still up of a 12-volt fridge freezer, and that I posted 3-4 years ago. That one has about 8,000 views. Most I'd ever had. And it still gets views. Well, I'm sorry, Belinda. God bless you. Make sure you take care of yourself. God bless you, young lady. Idaho Garden Girl. Hello, Idaho Garden Girl. I tell you what, Stephanie, you need to talk to the Black Widow. She's, I've been looking at her stuff, and she's, her garden and her land and the amount of what she has. I mean, I tell you, she's got a pretty good spread like you do. She's out where she's got a good spread. I mean, I have done shorts on my patio, and I've done shorts on my front porch, all the foliage, the stuff we have planted. I mean, it looks real beautiful. Beautiful. But as far as garden this year, don't have any garden planted this year. I don't have any garden planted this year. Every day I wake up, I thank God for the day. I say the Lord's Prayer, and I ask blessings for my wife and my children. I went to HEB today, which is one of our big. It's HEB is huge in Texas, but it's in other places. But it's not as big as Walmart. But it competes heavily with Walmart in Texas. And hey, take care, Joseph. God bless you, son. Appreciate you. I was over there, and I was talking to a lady in line. I took a picture, and I said it to the wife of the kid. I was getting my wife's medication. She went to the doctor yesterday. She needed she gets a 3 month refill. So Hey, Dave, God bless you. Well, I'll be in touch. Appreciate you, friend. My best to Echo. So it was a line. I was standing at the back. When I went to the back end of it, I took a picture. There was about 10 people ahead of me. And I normally, like, I have Blue Cross. My wife has Blue Cross. But it's different policies. And I get my medication at CVS pharmacy, and I go to CVS and Target. I never have a line. Once in a while, there's one person ahead of me when I go in. Ghetto Chinese, God bless you. I gave my daughter a packet of the 3-bean chili, the vegan chili, because she likes to do the vegetarian thing. I gave her a packet of the 3-bean chili, and I told her just put it in the microwave. You know, use the tear it about halfway, tear notch, put it in the microwave. It stands up. 60 seconds. Let it cool. Pour it into a bowl. And she liked it. She liked it. She liked it. She's my baby. I don't have sons, but I have 2 daughters. And I've been married twice. And I have a daughter with my first wife who lives 5 hours from me. And then I have the daughter that's here by my life partner, I guess you'd call her. And why do I say life partners? She's my wife. You know, we're married. We were married. You know, we're married legally. Yes, Uncle Al, I understand. I'm working on it. Trust me, I'm working on it. I'm working on it. I'm rearranging. I'm moving stuff around. So, water. You got to have a means to clean your water. I probably need to do. And see, and that's the other thing. I've been doing videos, and it'll get 50 views the first day. So I know that there's a group of people that follow me, and they follow me in a hurry. I mean, they don't. I post something like that, and it'll get 50 views the first day, and then slowly it'll get views, slowly. Um, Mom of 4 boys. How are you doing, Mom? But if I only had 20, 25 people that benefited from stuff that I post or that I go through, then it's worth it. You know, it's worth it to me. How am I? I'm a little tired. Well, I'm always tired, you know. You get to be 62 years old. I'm class of 62. I was born in 62. I'm just about the last boom. The baby boomers are through 64. That's the generation that came after World War II. They came back and they made babies. You know, baby boomers. And then after the baby boomers, you have that group that came in at 65. Would those be the millennials? Are those the millennials? I think they call them now. Are they millennials? I can't keep track of that crap. I cannot keep track of that. Track of that. Uh, anyway, they're old enough. They're old enough that they understand the lay of the land, how things are. The kids today, half of them don't know their butt from a hole in the ground. I'm sorry, you know, and I don't mean to be profane or anything, but honestly, kids today, whew, that was good coffee. Taster's Choice with French vanilla. Now I will tell you, I've got a couple of years supply of coffee. My wife doesn't drink much of it, and the kid doesn't drink that much of it. I drink a lot of it. But, Mom, I was watching one of your videos, and I guess it was Tommy. Now, is your husband's name Tommy? Because I know you've got a son named Tommy. Is that the Tommy that was working on the wheels, the vehicle? Was it your son or your husband? If I can ask. Who was that? It didn't show his face. And he had a mature voice, but was that your 17-year-old or was that your husband? What is your husband? Is Tommy a junior? Yes, they are both named Tommy. So I guess that would have been your husband. Yes. Senior and junior. Yes. That explains it. Not trying to get personal, just trying to understand the breaks. My husband. Yes. That was a good video. That's great. When he leaves his present career, he can always go and start doing that other stuff. And I'd like to thank everybody for their service. Always thank people for their service. It's important you treat people the way you want to be treated. Be respectful to your elders. I've got elders. You know, I might be 62 years old, but somebody in their 80s, they were an adult before I was born. They're my elders. Well, let's pray everything goes well in the next 2 or 3 years. Um, I'm retired and I came back. You put 30 years in, get your retirement, and I'm a glutton for punishment. So I need to show this again because I showed it early on. This is a tiny survival guide, everyday carry wallet size. Maybe I need to put these on my next generation of boxes. Comes with the small lens. Double-sided. So, how to use this guide before you go: preparation and crisis prevention. Bug out or stay home. Warning: danger zone. Are you in danger right now? Survival first steps. Lost, hurt in a crisis. Priorities of survival. Rescue the goal. How to get found sooner. First aid prevention, injury prevention and care. Prevention essentials. Carry a first aid kit and phone. Download a first aid app. Be safe always. Pay attention. Take breaks often. Keep core temperature just right. Stay hydrated. Wear and carry extra clothing. First aid basics. Talks about that. Shelter: warm, dry, safe, secure. Shelter builds. Shelter nest. Ready-made shelters. Lean-to: 3 ways to build. Fire: fire is life, essentials. How to build your fire. Water: refreshing, clean, and safe, essentials. How to find water. Get safer drinking water. Talks about boiling, rain collection, do-it-yourself filters, transfiltration, Tepe Viner tree dew collection, emergency water kit, 1 liter water bag, 6 to 12 water purification tablets. That's a small kit. Medium kit, water bottle with internal filter. Everybody needs a water bottle with an internal filter. I'll tell you that. Everybody needs a water bottle with the filter. Food intro: hunting. How to stay fed in a crisis. Food from the wild. Hunting, trapping, fishing, foraging, scavenging. Hunting tools. Food trapping, fishing. Trapping is a numbers game. Traps and snares. Fishing essentials. Food foraging, edible plants and bugs. Yum. Not really. Foraging essentials. Wild edible plants. Preparing game. Navigation, how to find your way. You need a good compass. You need a good map. Basic use of a compass with map. Knots, 7 knots you need to know. Self-defense, how to fight for your life. Hostage, survival, evade, resist, escape. Worst case threats, mass destruction preparation. Make a disaster plan, establish meeting place. Shelter in place. Biochemical attack. Pandemic. Shelter in place tips. Nuclear. Desert, Arctic, tropics. Tips, tools, training gear. Nice. Nice. This is something I probably need to put in my kits that I plan on modifying new stuff. So if somebody that has already received something from me winds up being the 1,600 subscriber winner, I'm at 1,586 right now. At some point, I'm going to hit 1,600. Take care, Uncle Al. Mike Crusher Reviews. Hello, Mike. Thank you for coming in. If somebody winds up being the winner and they've received something from me before, then we can talk about me changing up what they get, so I don't send them some of the same stuff. Vase Place. Verna. Welcome, Verna. That way I can modify what you get. 10 in the house, 15 likes. Please leave a like to support the channel if you've not done so. It would be greatly appreciated. But you always can modify, and you can always change, you can always add and subtract from a carry bag. The important thing is you need to have all the essentials. I'd have a couple of bottles, half liters. I'd have a couple of half liters of water. I would have a water bottle that has a filter with it, whether you're talking about a Sawyer or a Life Straw, or there are other brands. It's important that you stay hydrated, especially if it's hot. Your energy level is going to go way down if you're not hydrated. You're going to start likely to cramp. You're not going to be any good for yourself or anybody else if you don't stay hydrated. So that's the thing about, when you're on the move. When you're on the move, it's tough to carry what you need to carry. Now, there are carts. Like, I've heard in the military, you've got your kit, your backpack or whatever, the stuff that you carry, and they say like 120, a man will carry 125 pounds worth of gear. Like back during the Roman Empire, everybody had their stuff that they carried when they were marching, and they had to be able to march with this stuff. And they were disciplined, and they could do it, and they were strong. They didn't have women in their army, and I'm not saying that there's not a place for women in the army, because as far as their intellectual abilities and their knowledge, they can be just as knowledgeable as a man, have more education than a man, but physically they're not built like a man, so therefore they don't have the strength and the endurance of a man. Now there are a few exceptions, but I mean in general, and not being disrespectful to anybody, I'm just telling you the facts of life. So you don't a lot of times get women as far as in your elite combat troops and such. Like those poor people over in Israel right now that are fighting over there in Gaza, and they're trying to deal with the terrorists, and they're losing troops. They're going in, and they have booby traps, and they fight the last man type thing, and they're losing troops. Well, I see lots of videos, of Israeli women in the IDF, Israeli Defense Forces. Well, they're not your elite combat troops. They're out there like on patrol, like the police, and they're capable. They have automatic weapons, and they can fight, but they're not really the elite troops that go in and have to do the assault and the heavy duty stuff. So if I put my foot in my mouth, I apologize. But you're limited in how much you can carry, especially like if you're you're moving around. Now, yeah, you're in a vehicle. Yeah, you can have a lot of stuff in your vehicle. You have a lot of water, a lot of food in your vehicle. You can have food for a couple of weeks, water for a couple of weeks. You can carry a lot of stuff. But what if you're on foot? Water weighs. A gallon of water is 8 pounds. You start carrying 3 gallons of water, that's 25 pounds. You know, that's a lot of weight in addition to the other stuff you're carrying. It's one of the reasons why you probably want, good grief, did I say something that caused grief? Apologies if I did. Yes. And, Verna's got an excellent channel, and she does live streams. And I try to give her playtime, and I try to watch her stuff. She knows a lot about game processing. She does rabbits, and she does quail. And she would be 125 pounds. I was watching a video about why they said that women did not qualify for certain units because they're expected to carry 125 pounds and they don't want to modify, what they do for them. Now, I will tell you, as far as strength is concerned, a woman's strength is in her legs. She can be very strong, her arms can be very strong, but a woman in her legs has more strength than a man in his arms. But a man is going to be stronger than a woman, unless you're talking about, a serious bodybuilder and the man isn't. The man is going to be physically stronger than the woman. And they talk about kits and gear. Well, I mean, it's like carrying, a rifle. Carrying a rifle. Those are not lightweight. And then carrying ammunition. Ammunition weighs you down. If you got to carry a couple hundred rounds of ammunition, that's not light. You're carrying weight right there. You're carrying weight right there. So one of the things I would think, Uncle Al talks about, and he took off already, but Uncle Al talks about a bicycle, or a tricycle, and something that would have a basket, like a tricycle with a basket in the back, that you could basically put your pack in, or put, you could put 2 or 3 gallons of water and some food in it. So if you're moving, unless you're like on a trail, if you're along a road, or something that's paved, or something that's fairly solid, you can go on a bike, you can go on a tri-wheel. Just having a cart, a 2-wheel cart, like you see some of these little 2-wheel shopping carts that people carry. And you could probably use that on a trail. If you got some pretty good, you can get one that's pretty sturdy, that's got decent, bike type wheels that will carry, so that you're basically pulling it as opposed to carrying it. It'd be a lot easier to do. A lot easier to do. That's another reason. You just sold a tricycle yesterday. Yeah, you know, a lot of the countries, you get a lot of countries where um, they don't have cars. Well, the rich have cars, but most people don't have cars. They have carts, or they have bikes, or they have trikes. Um, Hello, Mel Bro. Welcome. Mel Bro has 3.63K subscribers. And I am subscribed on my main, and I just subscribed on my backup channel. If you are not subscribed, I recommend you subscribe. Everybody connect. That's a link to Mel Bro's channel. So, it's important that you have the resources to get you through an emergency. Whatever you anticipate your emergency is, or what could possibly happen in your area, you need to have a plan for it. You need to have supplies. The water turns off, you need to have water. The power goes out, you need to have a means to heat. $12. I put these in the kits that I send out. You can boil water. I get these at Sam's. I get a 12-pack for $30. Each of these will burn for 6 hours. You can light them. You'll heat your water in less than 15 minutes. You put it out. You need more hot water. Heat your water. Put it out. Use matches. 99 cents. 5 32 packs of matches. 99 cents. Do you have a good weather radio, emergency radio? This one has a lithium battery in it. It's got a crank. You can plug into you can plug it into a little charger, USB charger. It's got an on-off. It's got a flashlight. $18. It's called Life Gear. $18 on Walmart. I bought this at my Walmart, but you may have to order it. This is something everybody should have. If you have one that uses batteries, the old school ones that uses batteries, and you got an old school flashlight, try to get something that uses the same batteries, where you're not having to have you need extra batteries, but if you can use the same class of battery, that would help you. Yeah, I guess where Mel Bro's at, it's they're 13 hours ahead of us. At least if you're in Texas or in your central United States, they're 13 hours ahead over in the Philippines. Here's another Life Gear. This is a light. Lithium. and it's got the little cells. This is an 18650 battery. Recharge it. You can USB charge it. You can plug USB into its power bank. Light. $18. Life Gear at Walmart. You may have to order it, but that's a good light. I've got a bunch of those. So tomorrow is Friday, end of another work week. I've been off on summer vacation, and I'll be off until I got to go back the second week in August. Prepper Book Club, welcome Prepper Book Club. Welcome Prepper Book Club. You need a good first aid kit. You need a good first aid kit. You can buy a basic first aid kit for about $20, and then you can add to it. I like to get one that's in a soft pouch that's got room so I can add to it, and then I'll add various, creams and ointments and basic medications. A lot of the first aid kits don't come with that type of stuff, so you can put Benadryl in it, Imodium for, in case you have like stomach issues, aspirins, Tylenol, Advil, various basic medications for stuff. Having some antibiotic ointment. If you don't have antibiotic ointment in it, you need antibiotic ointment. A pack of stop bleed. I would add an Israeli pressure bandage. It's got room. Something for bleeding. Somebody's got heavy bleeding, something other to put pressure on it. I just purchased those zip clothes for wounds to put in my medical kit. Yeah, that sounds good. Instead of having to stitch somebody up, or for emergencies. That's something good to have, Verna. Thank you for mentioning that. Everybody should take the opportunity to take a first aid course. You can take a half day or a full day, get your lifesaver card for CPR, learn how to do the Heimlich maneuver, learn the basics of first aid. It's free usually. You go to your through the college, your local community college, or through your county hospital. They'll have training classes you can sign up for. And you can get a little card. They're renewable. And yeah, that's good. Little Ziploc baggies. That's good for that. I have a pill organizer. It's good for 1 week that I put my pills in. When I cleaned it out, I go back and I take 6 medications every day. First thing in the morning, I put those in it. I also take a baby aspirin, 81 milligram Bayer baby aspirin for your heart. Those are good to have. They are. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. Everybody has a means and needs a means for self-defense. Now, there are places where they don't want you to carry a gun. And people ask me, well, what kind of a gun should I have, or what sort of gun should I carry? And I'll tell you what I carry. I've got I've got my mother's pistol, revolver, 6-shot. It's got a 3-inch barrel. And I've got 2 speed loaders, and I keep plus P ammunition with it. And it's a 357, but I use plus P ammunition, which is the sweet spot between 38 special and 357's plus P. And I keep plus P hollow points in. I got a couple of speed loaders with plus P. And it's sentimental, old school and sentimental. I used to go with my mom to the firing range 30 years ago, you know, and she had that pistol. My father, he had a Colt 3220, 4-inch barrel, blued. My mom's was the stainless steel with cherry wood grips. Real nice, beautiful pistol. Beautiful pistol. One day it'll be the kids. And Narcan. Well, yeah. You know, you can be in a situation where somebody overdoses. You know, and you need to. You can put that in a kit. You don't know what you're dealing with some of these, you know, kids these days. The way things are. Um, so, you know, I tell you, I don't know what to tell you, but I like a revolver. Now, I have a high capacity 9 millimeter, you know, 15 rounds in the clip on a pike, and a couple of spare clips. Uh, Magazines. They don't like to say clips. Magazines. And my go-to is a 20 gauge pump shotgun. I keep triple up bucking it. I would use that to clear a house, or somebody wants to break in and say they're looters or it's a zombie apocalypse. I would meet them with a 20 gauge pump shotgun, and I keep additional rounds on the I've got basically a strap on that goes over the butt of it, the stock, and it holds an additional 6 rounds. But that would be my first choice, would be the 20 gauge, and then my backup would be the pistol. So in a SHTF situation, when you know you're liable to have unwanted visitors, I would be dressed accordingly, and I would have my shotgun in a sling, and then I would be wearing my pistol on a holster, and I'd have my speed loaders ready, and that would be my primary, you know, old school to deal with unwanted, you know, trouble. And you know, you hear Uncle Al Verna. I call you Verna. I'm using the V. Verna. Didn't say burn. Verna. Good Lord. Uh, Gotta watch out for snakes. When you're out foraging, and you watch out where you're reaching. Be looking. I'd have a stick. I'd be poking around you know, I'd have like a walking stick, or I'd have some sort of staff, and if I was poking around, that's what I'd be poking around with. I wouldn't be reaching in unless I could see everything around it, because you got snake problems, they'll bite. And you do not want to get bitten by a poisonous snake, or any snake for that matter. So I'm very cognizant of what's around me. Very important to be cognizant of what's around you. So I will be looking at modifying what I'm putting in my future giveaway boxes, the goodie boxes. If you have not viewed my last 5 videos, please do so. I haven't been doing outreach. I've been growing as I grow. I may do some outreach to hit the 1600. And that means I could hit it. Anton Miles, good to see you, my friend. It's been a while. Thank you for coming in. I have not been over to visit you, but I appreciate you coming over to visit me, Anton. If you have not been to visit Anton, Anton's a good guy to be friends with. He is not a content creator, but he is a good supporter. He has about 30 subscribers. I'm one of them. This is a link to Anton's channel. Well, yeah, kids are our future generation. Kids are our future generation. Very important. Lady Sky, welcome. Lady Sky has 519 subscribers, 69 videos, and I just subscribed her on my backup channel, which I'm using to look at stuff right now. I encourage you to join her channel. And I'm putting a link to her channel. Everybody in here right now should have user rights, standard moderator, so you should be able to get to her. So work on your emergency preparedness. Important. Have a good emergency radio. You can have a handheld. Have a good flashlight. You can get a combo like Life Gear, and it's got a hand crank. You can get the weather channel. You can get the emergency notifications. Important to have. Good flashlight, important to have. Supply of water, clean drinking water, canned foods, a good can opener, important. Matches, important. 99 cents. 99 cents. I paid $2. I bought a bunch of, when I could find this for $2, I bought several of them. $2. Can opener, good stuff. Manual can opener. Have a good first aid kit. Hygiene. Hygiene. I mean sanitation. Have yourself a 5-gallon bucket. Some 13-gallon trash bags. A toilet seat. I got a couple of these. My wife takes one of these when she goes camping. Put 2 of your 13-gallon trash bags inside that 5-gallon bucket. Set this on top of it. Take care of your business. Seal the bag. Put the other bag over the first bag. Seal it. Dump it. There are a lot of people who go camping and use that method. Especially since perhaps the restroom at the campsite's like several hundred feet off. They don't want to walk out there at night. They have one of those setups. Likewise, there are people who have camper trailers who don't want to POOP in their toilet, the one that comes with it, so they use those. And then they dump them in the trash can wherever they're at. Research, they get rid of that stuff. That for whatever reason they don't want to do number 2 in their camper trailer toilet. Long hair is beautiful, but in a SHTF situation, I think I'd probably get a crew cut, or I'd shorten it up pretty much, because it's hell trying to keep your hair clean. And I don't think in a SHTF situation you would be showering every day. It all comes down to planning, having a plan, having an inventory. You need an inventory. You need to have a good list of what you need so you can shop for it, and just pursue what you need to get. Wait till get the right price. You can afford it. Budget for prepping. It is a marathon. It's not a sprint. It's something you're going to do over a period of time. You're not going to do it all at once. Now, yeah, if you got a storm coming, hurricane season, storm coming, I'd go buy 4 or 5 packs of bottled water if I didn't have it. I would want to make sure. Yeah, and don't go crazy. There are wants and there are needs. You get your needs first, and then you can look at your wants. Like, I want a couple of spare 12-volt refrigerator freezers, because if SHTF occurred and the grid was down and I was basically using solar power and lithium batteries and power stations, and I wanted to keep cold water, and I wanted to have my cold milk, because I can mix my milk. I got lots of powder, freeze-dried powdered milk, chocolate milk, sweet milk, orange, different flavors. If it goes out, chances are you can't fix it. So you have a spare, you use the spare. You're not using all of them at the same time. You use one, and if the thing, and you can rotate it. You can rotate them. But it's like having a dual fuel generator, gas and propane. I would only use propane, because gas will wear it out faster. But you can have 2 of them, and you can rotate them. When it's time to change the tank, start the other one up. Use it. That way you rest them. You don't have to rest a power station. You don't have to rest a lithium battery. You can be draining it while you're charging it. And those things are good for about 10 years before you'll use the thing for 10 years before it starts losing power down to 80%. Well, I understand you don't like your hair short, but I'm just saying in an SHTF situation, you want to think about that. In an SHTF situation, we all need to think about that. All right, I've been here for about an hour and a half. I still got 10 in the house. I could keep going, but I'm not greedy on the time. I do enjoy my time with y'all. I do appreciate the support. I'm trying to put out a couple of shorts a day, usually food related, because when I put stuff out that's more prepping, I guess I need to stick with the preps to my community wall. When I put out something that's prepper related, like that one on the Harbor Freight, only had like 14. When I checked it last, it only had 14 views. Everybody, remember the Scout motto is to be prepared. When you get up in the morning, thank God for the day. Say the Lord's Prayer. Treat people the way you want to be treated. Take the opportunity to plan. Think about what you need to do. Help people that you can help. Don't let everybody know your business. Don't let everybody know what you have. You don't want to, like your neighbors. None of my neighbors know what I do. You know, in the area. I don't want them showing up when there's an emergency. I probably would have that happen anyway, but I don't want to encourage them to. I wish I could keep my hair long, but I don't have any hair, so I have a little U shape, so I just tend to shave it. Everybody, please have a blessed day. We'll be back tomorrow for another edition of Coffee Talk, and don't forget to go over to my last 5 videos and leave a like and a supportive comment. That way you'll be in the draw when I do the drawing of the hat. You take care. Bye-bye.